what's up, guys? It's Shining Polaris, and today is Friday the 13th, and it is the premiere of AEW Rampage. So I'm excited to do my first video of this. It's an hour-long show, so the videos should be shorter and easier to do. Amazing episode from start to finish. It was so good. First match. Oh yeah, so before I say that, I thought the stage and stuff would be a little bit different. It looks exactly like Dynamite. I don't know if it's gonna stay that way because it's just like it just started, or they're gonna change it up, later down the line. I don't know. I don't really care about that, but it's just that we all thought it was gonna look different or something. But so for Rampage, you have the four commentary team, with Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, Excalibur, and Taz. I don't mind it so far. I think 4 is a little bit too much, but I think Jericho is just there kind of as a guest. I don't think he's going to be there permanently. So with the 3 there later, I think will be better. But I was fine with it because I was more like watching the match. First match up was a big one. This was super hyped on Dynamite and on Impact, and this was for the Impact World Championship between Kenny Omega and Christian Cage. This match, I mean, I may be biased. Has to be close to 5 stars. This was very good. Just want to say for a side note, I know there's a lot of comments, and especially when I went to Double or Nothing, there were these guys that were sitting behind me. They were hating on Christian so much, saying that he was old, that he's gassed out quickly, and he doesn't have what it takes to like do these big matches anymore. I don't know. He looked great in this match. So you had Don Callis on the side, and obviously he was trying to do a lot of distractions. Just saying that. I mean, this match was very good. A lot of doubts because for All Out, you're gonna have Kenny Omega versus Christian for the AEW Championship. So the wonder is, why would they have a big match like this so close to each other? But after reading a lot of speculation, like, you kind of knew what was gonna happen, because they don't do all this stuff on accident. There's a reason. But the match, you had there was a couple times where Kenny Omega tried to do his one-wing angel onto Christian Cage, but Christian Cage, he can counter that with his kill switch. So you kind of can see where the ending was going. I was getting afraid because, like I said, I know there's gonna be a lot of haters out there, because you knew, as Kenny was looking like he was about to lose, that he's going to use some cheater or underhanded tactics, which actually happened. So at near the end of the match, you had I believe it was Christian that hit his frog splash onto Kenny, so he almost won that way. That prompted Don Callis to distract the ref. So as he was distracting him, Kenny Omega did a low blow onto Christian Cage, which like semi knocked him out. And then Kenny Omega was signaling from the outside. He's signaling the Young Bucks to come in, and you're like, oh man, he's gonna cheat. He's gonna win, not clean. This is gonna piss a lot of people off. But what happened was the Young Bucks, they threw a chair in the ring, and Kenny set it up, and then he tried to do the one-wing angel onto Christian, but then Christian countered it, did hit his kill switch. Kenny Omega face first onto the chair, and that is how Christian pinned Kenny for the 1-2-3. Christian is your new Impact World Champion. So that is very cool. Like I said, I'm a huge Kenny Omega fan, and I was very happy with this result. So as you can see, Kenny Omega lost his first set of belts. So this is building up for him eventually facing Adam Page down the line to lose the AEW Championship. Side note, AAA is tomorrow, which I will be watching. He may lose the belt to Andrade tomorrow, so we're gonna see how that happens. One of the reasons why they may drop the belt to Christian is so he can look more like a real opponent to Kenny for All Out, and also now Christian can, instead of Kenny doing all the Impact stuff, now can be Christian. And and I'm very sure with Christian on there too, bringing more eyes to this, to the new Impact. So very, very cool. I personally really like Christian when he's holding up the TNA belt. It just looked so good on him. So super happy. Like that's very, very cool. All right, so then the next match was Miro versus Fuego del Sol, and this was for the TNT championship. And Miro like hadn't lost at all, and he's just going to a tear. So you knew this was going to be a squash match, but you still had your like sad, heartfelt promo or segment video thing beforehand. How if Fuego wins this, not only he'll get the TNT championship, but he also gets a contract with AEW. So this was essentially kind of like a squash match, but I will say probably the best book squash match I've seen. Like it still like told a story despite it being super short. Fuego came in right away and hit his very famous tornado DDT onto Miro, I think like 2 or 3 times, which did daze Miro a lot, but just to show like how strong Miro is, that did not knock him out. So when Miro came back into the ring, he hit his game over onto Fuego, and Miro won. Like this was a really short match, and just he won. You had Miro like tearing up the contract or whatever, and he's and then he walks out because he's like, yeah, he's still the champ, blah blah blah. And then you had Fuego there in the middle of the ring just looking like really sad. Then you hear Sammy Guevara music hit. So Sammy Guevara and Tony Khan walks out. Tony Khan hugs Sammy. Sammy comes into the ring with like a clipboard, and he's like he's like Tony Khan like gave me the honor to tell you this. So yeah, that was actually, just want to say, that was like a really heartfelt whole thing, because basically they're saying Tony Khan was saying that Fuego put in like over a year of hard work into AEW, and even though he lost the match, he still has the opportunity in AEW. So basically he has a contract with AEW. So that's really cool for everyone that follows Fuego on Dark and on Sammy's vlog. I know a lot of my friends are big fan of his. I mean, I like him too. So this was just really cool to see him, finally he's all elite, and they had his graphic on like a few minutes later on Twitter. So you had that. Then there was a short thing, which I think is really fun. Short commercial for Rampage next week, which will be at the United Center, which I will be going. It just basically had a little thing of Darby saying he wants to face the best in the world. They showed Darby and Sting up in the Raptors on Rampage tonight, just watching the show. Basically they're just hyping up Rampage United Center big time. I mean, what were they saying? They're saying largest venue ever for AEW so far, and it's gonna happen in Chicago, right before All Out and all this, and like what's going to happen there, so cannot wait. Like I said before, they don't need a card for for Rampage next week. Just have Darby saying his stuff, and then CM Punk comes out. That's all you need. So yeah, a little commercial about that. You have the main event is Dr. Britt Baker versus Red Velvet. Beforehand, you had Mark Henry asking the two ladies, just about the match or whatever. So when this before this show started, I've been on Twitter saying like that I'm hoping that the surprise of this episode will be the debut of the Iconics, because Red Velvet was saying that she's gonna have backup, which would have been Brandy, but Dr. Britt Baker said she has backup too, so we were gonna see. So I was really excited for this match. I just wanted to see how it end. So there was Red Velvet looked very good. I mean, you had Dr. Britt Baker trying to hit her lockjaw submission onto Red Velvet, but Red Velvet countered that many times. Red Velvet's such a great athlete. Did a lot of amazing like flips and moves and counters. Just a great match. But of course, Britt Baker being in her hometown, and she's probably going to be a champion for a while. She finally, they were like rolling back and forth on that lockjaw submission and pin. So finally, Britt Baker got it. And she, she put her hands in Red Velvet's mouth, and immediately Red Velvet tapped out. So Dr. Britt Baker retains her championship. So right when Britt Baker comes up, to celebrate her win. Who comes and attacks her? It was Chris Statlander, who was sitting on the side because she's watching the match too. Because we're probably gonna get Dr. Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander for All Out. So Chris attacks her, but then some girl with a black hoodie came in and attacked Chris Statlander. And for a second, I'm like, is that Peyton Royce? I wasn't sure. I wanted to be the Iconic so bad, but no. She took her hood off, and I will say that I don't know that wrestler very well, so I'm sorry I'm not as excited as I will be when I figure out who that is. And it was weird because even like the commentators, it seemed like they didn't know her name that well either, but it was Jamie Hayter from, which I am assuming, I think, Stardom. Again, I'm sorry, I could be completely wrong with this info. I'm just reading what I see on Twitter right before I did this video. But yeah, so she came in to help Britt Baker, so that's cool. I'm always down for like new women on their roster, and just from what I see, that she is incredibly talented, and possibly bringing with her coming from Stardom, possibly we're gonna bring more women from that promotion and the like over to AEW. So that's really cool. So yeah, overall this episode very, very good. I just wish that maybe down the line, maybe when it moves to TBS or something, maybe it'll become 2 hours, and maybe like on a Saturday. Or well, I guess it can't be earlier on Friday. You don't want to compete against SmackDown. But yeah, because this is like a bad time slot for a lot of people. That's the only complaint. For me, I don't care. I have to work, so I'm gonna watch it if I'm off the Friday. But yeah, overall, very good episode. Really, really enjoy it. I can't wait to see next episode, and I'll be there live. So that's my take on here. I just quickly going back to the Christian Cage win. So obviously he'll be coming back to Impact, doing some tapings over there. Oh, if I just lived a little bit closer to Nashville, I would take a weekend off and go to Nashville and watch Impact. Like, just do it for 2 or 3 days straight, and that's it. But yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what Christian will do on Impact. He will face Brian Myers. That's for, what is it, Emergence or something, was it, whatever the next pay-per-view is. And yeah, we'll see from there. So cannot wait. Dynamite next week as well. Things all taking place in Texas, so I will be making videos about that. All right, thank you guys for listening and watching, and and liking all my terrible takes on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Shining Polaris. I'm very active on there. Follow me on TikTok at Shining Polaris AEW for live clips at the show I go to. So, all right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.